Hi guys, this is Daniel Alexander Cannon here on the Supernatural Show, the show that is not intended for entertainment purposes. Today is going to be a good example of that because there's not going to be much entertaining unless you get entertained by the truth to go on the show today. Today I'm here by myself, a lot of things going on, and I'm going to get pretty much straight to the point on the show today. And, but I would say hello. I say I'm by myself. Actually, I'm not. That's not a fair statement because, Mike Smith, Super Mike Smith, and probably Super Dave is here, as well as I see Anonymous Legion and a number of other people already in there in the chat. And, Super Mike and Super Dave especially have been helping out, and there's others too. We have a number of other moderators, and we greatly appreciate them. I would give a shout out to Roxy, who is not here at the moment today. She's moving from one location to a better location, and I get to actually witness that at some point this weekend, which will be awesome. I'd like to say hello to Shannon. She's my longtime right hand Shannon, my co-host, and Roxy's a co-host also. And say hello to Miss Kim. She's here, but not here exactly. But she's hello to Miss Kim. And hello to everybody. And I see Jan's Calabri, something like that. Yeah. Yeah, create pharmaceutical customers for life. What an amazing business model. And yet you get to pretend like you're a white horse. You know, you're coming in pure. You're white. I'm here to help. Just like what you see on your screen right now. Rider of the white horse. The beast. The Trojan rider of the white horse. And that is what it is. I'm going to show you today in a way that I don't know who else has ever shown it. I've talked to y'all guys a little bit about it over time, but we're gonna be a little bit of review maybe, but some new information, some new thoughts on different books of the Bible describing the same events. Okay, and we're gonna dive into that. I have a question. You notice on the building back there in the background in this image, it says CDC. I wonder what that is. And that Red Cross thing there, you know. Question is what color uniform does the CDC wear? Anybody know? It's white because they're righteous. You see, the reason people wear white is because it is perceived as being righteous, meaning we're here to save you. We're here to help. For instance, like with the Red Cross, what color uniforms does the Red Cross wear? Anybody recall what that is? Oh, it's white. What color uniform do pharmacists a lot of times wear? White. And how about your doctors? White. How about your scientists that invent things like what's in the rider of the horse there? He's got something in his hand. And what do the scientists that invent these things, you know, like snake bites and all that kind of stuff, what is it? What's the color they wear? They wear white. Why are they wearing white? There's a reason. And I've basically already stated it. Is so that they will be perceived by the general public. Yep, exactly, Mike Smith, white. They will be perceived by the public to be righteous. Yep, all white lab coats. And it's, you might say, the perfect Trojan horse. Okay? You come in and you do amazing things like invent things that help people. You may even discover and release things like medications, maybe like, what's the one, this just things that actually truly help people, maybe like fix a broken leg. Maybe as a scientist, you invent something that does save somebody or helps people, and you're seen as being righteous. You're seen as being a savior. Okay. And this has went on for, I don't even know how long, but I know that the white horse, started turning red a long time ago. Like, the Red Cross red. What is red? What does the red of the Red Cross mean? It means blood. Blood. The white horse turning bloody. Now, how did the white horse that's righteous get blood on its hands or on its body or on its, its image? It's because it's a Trojan white horse. It always was. We just didn't have anybody to tell us. We didn't recognize it because we were bamboozled by the original things that the scientific and medical and, all these lab coat wearing people, we were bamboozled by them. Our parents were bamboozled. Maybe not all of them, but a lot of them. Mine were. They were bamboozled by it. And then they bought into that these people who wear white are righteous. They're like angels. They're here to help. But they're not. It's a Trojan horse. And the Trojan horse, like I say, has had blood on it now for sure longer than 100 years. This is comes to mind, there's nothing new under the sun. You see, they've been pretending, even back, I can remember back reading about the Nazi nurses. They were white, and they were going around saving people by putting them to sleep. And that's pretty much what's happening now. Even your home health care nurses that come out, they won't know a lot of times that what they're ultimately doing is seeing you to your death but at the same time emptying your pockets. Like when somebody gets really bad off, who do they send out? They send out the nurses in white. And what do they call it? Let's see, what's the name of, it's slipping my mind. The name of the people, that come out and give you comfort, right? They bring the comfort kit. And that comfort kit has venom in it, literal venom in it. You're just not aware of it. That most of your medications, a lot of them, especially injectables, are made from snake venom. That may sound like a wild claim to some of you, but you can prove it for yourself. You can prove it for yourself. All you've got to do is look up. It's easy. It's there to be seen. Google snake venom and medications, or a combination of many other words you could choose. Yeah, hospice. Exactly. That's what it is. Hospice. Yep. Those are part of the 4 horses of the apocalypse. The horse is all the same horse. It's the same beast. And along with all of those horses that ride, you see, because your white horse, I'll say it in case someone's new here. Your white horse turns red because he comes out as white. He's righteous. We're here to help. But he's a Trojan horse, and he turns red because he has blood all over him, because he's hurting people. He's conquering and conquering, just like the white horse has said to be. He comes to conquer and conquer. Matter of fact, I'll read it. And I saw, and behold, a white horse, and he that sat on him had a bow, and a crown was given unto him, and he went forth conquering and to conquer. The white horse, the horse is something of great power. I see you there on the website. And yes, you're right. He says, and no marvel, for Satan himself is transformed into an angel of light. He parades to be good. He parades to be the answer. He parades to be the solution. And ultimately, whatever you want to look at it as, is ultimately behind this, because that is who these people worship. That is their God. They are, you might could say, Luciferian. Okay. You could say they worship the devil. You could say Satan. You could say because he's got a million names. He's a million names, literally. But we all know what we're talking about. Yep. And we also know who is the father of Operation Warp Speed. He took clear credit for it. It is what it is, no matter if you can't handle it, if you're listening to this. He is a bad Don. Indeed, he is a bad Don. Matter of fact, I have that one saved right here. Pull up as well. The beasts that come out of the pit, right? The opening of the pit, and all the stings that did hurt come out of the pit. This is all telling the story, whether you're looking at Revelations 6, which is the 4 horses, the white horse turning red because of it's blood, okay? The red horse, it says, and there went out another horse that was red, and power was given to him that sat thereon to take peace from the earth. In other words, to cause bloodshed. And that they, meaning the people, that they should kill one another. And what does that mean, Daniel? It means the rider of the red horse, which is also the rider of the white horse, that gets bloody, has the power to take peace from the earth and cause the people to kill each other. You know, like if grandma goes down and volunteers to get a snake bite because the doctor said, and he's the white coat wearer, said, did you get your flu pal yet this year? No, I didn't get it. I hadn't had time. Well, you need to get your flu pal. Okay, I'll get my flu pal. I'll go down to one of those white horse places and get it. So grandma goes down there, and the lady that's giving her the flu pal doesn't even realize that she is administering a snake bite that has venom in it and has many other things in it. And some of those things may kill her quickly, may even on the spot, or it may cause a slow death. Okay. So then you have them killing each other. They should kill one another. Okay. And then there is a third horse, a third beast. Okay. Has come, and I beheld, and lo, a black horse. And he that sat on him, wait a minute, we're actually getting ahead of ourselves a little bit, are we? Let's see. Okay. I'm really getting ahead of ourselves. But the black horse, which, of course, that is, why is it I'm looking at this? And what I'm seeing is some words are not the same. when I'm reading it here. I know I'm well aware that there's a Mandela thing, if you want to call it that, that has altered a lot of scripture and altered a lot of things. I'm well aware of that. Yet I still come back and I will remember the word the way it is. But something is different here. Maybe I'm remembering it wrong. I don't think so. You got I apologize, guys. The pale horse being pale, it's a word for a greenish color, like sickness and death. Like, you look a little green. Anyways, let me just explain it the way I wanted to explain it. And that is that, with the red horse, the shedding of blood, okay? Then, of course, comes the additional 2 horses, okay? And you get hunger, you get, like it says, a measure of wheat for a penny and 3 measures of barley for a penny. So there's a hunger aspect that's coming into effect as well. And then, of course, the final horse, that the rider's name was Death, and hell followed with him. And power was given unto them over a 4th part of the earth, to kill with the sword and with hunger and with death. And I've explained, and some of you know what that 4th part is. I've explained it and why it's only a 4th part. It's the most simplest terms is that there is only 1/4 of our world that is habitable at any one given time. The rest of the lands lay fallow. But I don't want to get too far into that. What I wanted to do is to just go through some of these different verses and show how they're talking about the same thing. Okay, the same events, ultimately the same beast. So here's Revelations 9:1. And the 5th angel sounded, and I saw a star fall from heaven unto the earth. And to him was given the key of the bottomless pit. Do we know anybody that's been handing out keys in the media, that's in power? Do we know anyone that's handing out big gold-looking keys? Anybody remember? I bet you do. Okay? It's the rider. If you know who that is, all you got to do is go and look inside of their golden palace on the top, on the 66th floor, and look at the murals that are on the ceiling in there. Yeah, Dawn Key. Yeah. And look at the murals that are on the ceiling. They are of white horses. Okay. Look at the painting that is on his wall in his living room. It is a white horse. And if you notice also, there's a statue on the table that is of Apollo, a golden statue of Apollo, also known as Abaddon, a bad dawn. And he opened the bottomless pit, and there arose a smoke out of the pit, as the smoke of a great furnace. And the sun and the air were darkened by reason of the smoke of the pit. And there came out of the smoke locusts. This is all symbolic. Locusts, something that is it's something that ain't necessarily referring to an insect or a creature. It's referring to something that has an attribute like locusts, that there are many of them and that they fly. Well, does anybody remember anything that after the keys were handed out and a plan was announced, a plan that was demonic was announced. Does anybody remember anything that started flying all over the world and they had stings in their tails? They were loaded up. They were cargo planes, and they had all of these. Well, they had these. They had these. This right here. They had those in it, and they were dispersed across the entire world. You recall that? Locusts upon the earth, and unto them was given power, as the scorpions of the earth have, meaning they have venom in it. And it was commanded them they should not hurt the grass of the earth, neither any green thing, neither any tree, but only those men which have not the seal of God in their forehead. Meaning that you know the truth, you seek the truth, and you're not willing to just go along with everything that is told to you to do. You have an independent ability to see. And to them it was given that they should not kill them, but that they should be tormented 5 months. And their torment was as the torment of a scorpion when he striketh a man, which is a venom injection, which is what took place, isn't it? And in those days shall men seek death, and shall not find it, and shall desire to die, and death shall flee from them. Right? Now you say, well, why is it 5 months? But then it says they'll seek death, but not find it, right? The 5 months was the period as to when they were actually heavily pushing the pushing on trying to get everybody to take the snake bite, right? So they were tormented. The people were tormented for those 5 months. Take it. You're going to lose your job. You're going to lose this. You're going to lose that. Oh, we'll give you a free 12-pack of beer. We'll give you a free hamburger. We'll give you. They tried every way that they could to get everybody that would to take it. They tormented us, didn't they, for 5 months? And after that, in those days, men shall seek death and shall not find it, and shall desire to die, and death shall flee from them. And the shapes of the locusts were like unto horses, meaning something of great power, prepared unto battle. And on their heads were as it were like crowns of gold, and their faces were as the faces of men. This is all again symbolic. They're dressed like they're going into battle. These horses, which are, in my opinion, these are the locusts that were flying, which are the airplanes, the planes that delivered all of the snake bites or scorpion bites, however you want to call it, all over the world. Okay? And they were made out to be like righteous, like they had a crown on them. They were out to save people. And of course their faces were like the faces of men. But they had hair as the hair of a woman, and the teeth were as the teeth of lions. So they had the hair of the woman. The woman's hair is a covering. It is a covering, just like a veil. It means it's to, like with a woman's hair, it veils the woman so that you can't see certain things. So that it's saying the hair of a woman because it's referring to like a veil where you cannot see exactly what's really there. So they were being veiled is basically what it's saying. And their teeth were as the teeth of lions. And they had breastplates of iron. And of course, what are the airplanes made out of? They're made out of iron. And the sound of their wings was like the sound of chariots of many horses, like an airplane, because that's what it is. That's what this is describing. And their tails like unto scorpions in the back in the cargo area, and where they load the plane from the rear. That's how they load the large planes that took all of the stingers all over the world. They load the plane from the rear. There's a deck that comes down, opens up, and they load all the stings in there. And it says, tails like unto scorpions, and there were stings in their tails. So it had stings, not just a stinger, but stings, meaning many stings, meaning many of these. Okay? And they had a king over them, which is the angel of the bottomless pit, whose name in Hebrew tongue is Abaddon, but in the Greek tongue hath his name Apollyon, like a politician. Poly means many. On, a poly on, but then more specifically, a bad dawn. It's an unfortunate truth for somebody who's listening that does not want to hear the truth. And if you're in that place right now, you're possibly, and I pray not, but you possibly are one maybe that took the snake bites. I see your comments coming in from the website. Thank you. So, I could go on and on here, but I'm going to switch to look at like Daniel 7:7, okay? And Daniel 7:7 goes into talking about a fourth beast, okay? Talking about different beasts, different empires that rise and fall over time. And then he beheld a fourth beast, dreadful and terrible and strong exceedingly. And it had great iron teeth. It devoured and brake into pieces and stamped the residue with the feet of it. And it was diverse from all the beasts that were before it. And it had 10 horns. Like the G10. 10 horns, 10 points of power. I considered the horns, and behold, there came up among us another little horn. A little horn is defined as a trump. It's a definition. A little horn is a trump, before whom there were 3 of the first horns plucked up by their roots. And behold, in this horn were eyes like the eyes of a man, and a mouth speaking great things. We know of any man that could be called a trump that speaks great things. He likes to make everything great, like make America great, make Israel great, make, he likes to make things great. Everything's great. And if we look, we can go, let's look at Revelations 12:15. This is talking about woman clothed in the sun, the moon under her feet, and all that. Some of you are very familiar with it. And it comes down and it talks about the serpent that cast out of his mouth water as a flood after the woman. And it's not exactly water. It is venom. It's what a serpent casts out of their mouth. Now, venom itself is water-based, but we're talking something that was trying to hurt the seed or hurt the woman, okay? We're talking symbolics here. But it says that the earth helped her and opened up its mouth, and it says, And the earth helped the woman, and the earth opened its mouth and swallowed up the flood which the dragon cast out of his mouth. The flood was all of these trying to use and not use certain words. All of the snake bite, when you push forward on the plunger, the water comes out, the venom comes out. And but you say how did the earth open its mouth? Well, the earth does not have a mouth. What it's referring to is the people who took the snake bite. Those people took it. And in this way, it's described as helping, because the woman, the symbolics are very, very deep here, but the people who took it could be looked at as helping because they took it, but some did not. And who did not take it, it describes here. And it says, and the dragon was wroth. Like Rothschild. Ever wonder where that word comes from? The Rothschild. The child of wrath. The dragon was wroth with the woman and went to make war with the remnant of her seed, and which kept the commandments of God and have the testimony of Jesus Christ. So the dragon went after to make war with the remnant of her seed. Remnant, meaning a lot of them are no longer there, or went away somehow, or something has happened to them or going to happen. And that's because they opened up their mouth. Is that not what people did? They consumed it, not literally through their mouth, but they consumed it into their body. And that, I believe, is what that is talking about there. And if we go to 13:1, talks about the first beast. Okay. It says, I stood upon the sand of the sea and saw a beast rise up out of the sea, having 7 heads and 10 horns, and upon his horns 10 crowns, and upon his heads the name of blasphemy. Okay, and it goes on to describe symbolically using the attributes of dangerous beast in general to describe what this beast looked like. But if we come on down to the second beast, and behold, another beast coming up out of the earth, and he had 2 horns like a lamb, and he spake like a dragon. And of course, it talks about how these things come up out of the sea as well, of course. And what we're talking about there is you have to understand what comes up, what a major component of the sea is, of course, water and silica. Water and silica. Silica is sand, okay? And of course, you need silica in order to make silicone. Silicone is a computer chip. There's some other verses that talk about how, of course, right here, as a matter of fact, it says 13:15, and he had power to give life unto the image of the beast, that the image of the beast should both speak and cause as many as would not worship the image of the beast should be killed. Now, what is it that we're aware of that is computer based off of silicon chips that is now speaking to us? As recently as in the last couple of days. And who is it that is pushing the growth of this beast? Is it not Abaddon? Yet a few of you will still refuse to hear my words. That's your choice. That's the thing about this world. God gave us free will. Choose. And if you're not aware yet, we live in a duality world. You can choose either side, good or evil. In every choice, you can choose either side. For me, in my house, and my people, and everyone here, we choose the truth. Even if we don't like it. Even if we don't like it, we must love it, we must stand on it, and we must speak it. Even if others don't like the truth. So you can see where this is all headed with this AI, with the beast out of the sea, and the second beast that rises up and can speak, that this is coming next. And he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads. Now, where are the two places on the human body where the snake bites or something related to it were affected? Was it not the forehead? Did they not stick stuff up the sinuses all the way up and touch on the bottom of the crista galli, on the bottom of the ethics bone or ethoid bone? Was it not that? And was it not, says the right hand? Well, if you understand and go back and look at the definition, the actual intended meaning of right hand means the entire arm from the shoulder down. Okay. And of course, we could get into a debate as to, well, it was on my left arm or it was on my right arm. I'm not going in that debate, because then all you're doing is trying to wiggle a way out of something, looking for a way out of the truth. So they stuck something into the foreheads, and they stuck something into the right arm or maybe left arm. Okay? And because of that, something happens that no man might buy or sell, save he that had the mark or the name of the beast or the number of his name. So if you don't take the scorpion bite, serpent bite, you're not going to be able to buy or sell according to what this says here. And someone will say, well, he doesn't have his name as 603. Well, actually he does, but he's parading as another name. He's parading himself to be in the image of white, purity, as in Jesus Christ himself. He's parading himself to be righteous. Is he not? Now, you probably wonder, Daniel, are you saying that Dr. T is the Antichrist? I didn't say that. I said that he is a bad Don. And in order for him to be the Antichrist, he has to stand. Let's take a look. Let no man deceive you by any means, for that day shall not come, except there come a falling away first, and that man of sin be revealed, the son of perdition, who opposeth and exalteth himself above all that is called God, or that is worshipped, so that he, as God, sitteth in the temple of God, showing himself that he is God. Now, someone remind me, what is the temple of God? What did Jesus say is the true temple of God? The temple of God is us. Yet, if we allow another God in, through a snake bite, that new God is sitting in that temple. And where was it that the things that happened to the temple? They rubbed it up the sinuses on the ethmoid ethics bone, which has the crista galli on it. It's in the head where the fire of life, the eternal fire, exists inside of us. And it's pretty easy for me, at least, to see how it won't be a temple made by hands. Now, they're building one. Matter of fact, they're going to build a number of them. They've got a bell room right now that they're building that's in the image. The floor plan of it is in the image of a temple. It's being built in Washington, D.C. right now. And it's called a bell room. And a bell room is a room that is a temple where a man sits in the white house, the house parading to be righteous, and sits in it and shows himself that shows that he is God himself. I know you have questions. I know because I have questions. And I don't have all the answers all the time. Yep, the mask that they wear, the veiling of the face, that's the mask of judgment, the judgment mask. When Christ was when he was convicted and judged to die, one of the things they did was veil his face. It's either in Mark or Matthew, one or the other says that they veiled his face. They did the same thing to the fallen angels. When they were judged to die, they veiled their face. Just as when a man is put in the electric chair, when they're going to execute him, he's judged to die, they will veil his face. So the people that you see that are running around with those masks on and they're still in love with them, it's a death mask. Okay? It's basically this mask right here, called the doctor's plague mask or death mask. Might as well look just like that, because that's basically what it is. So, with that, guys, there's been a lot going on this week. Haven't been fully engaged, as you know, but it's not by choice. There are things I'm having to take care of that are important. But if all goes well, next week we are going to go supernatural on this, okay? We've got a lot of awesome things happening, okay? We're getting ready to, already happening, but y'all guys are going to learn more about them, okay? There's a lot of great changes coming. I almost don't even like using the word great. There's a lot of righteous changes coming that are going to affect the show, our growth, where it's going to go. The Supernatural Show network lives. It is alive. And not only is it alive, but it's expanding fast. And we, meaning you and us and everyone that supports the work that we do here and the work that is trying to be done by the truth tellers of the world, we're going to join together and witness to the world exactly what is really going on. Just like what I've showed you today and explained to you today. Because once you see the beast, once you know what the beast is, you're better equipped to avoid the beast, to not engage with it, and understand the things that you really need to be doing in order to prepare for the things that are coming. Okay? Because there's going to come a point here, and it's not very far off at all. You're not going to be able to trade using the beast system. They're going to lock you out. Unfortunately, this is not avoidable. But we will be fine. For we are in this earth, but we are not of it. We're here to witness and learn how to see and witness to the truth. Hope you guys all know that. I appreciate everybody being here. Today's kind of a short show because I'm kind of still busy this weekend. And I ask that all of you guys put on your armor of God. Go back and reread it and understand what it's telling you to do. It's about what you do and how you handle things. Okay? And you'll be able to stand against all the wicked arrows that might come our way, okay? Our Father in heaven is greater than this, and you're with him, and I'm with him. At the end of the day, which will not be on this world, we will all be fine. Fear not he that can take this life. Fear he or it that can take your eternal life. The first one, not that really important. What's only important is what we do and the choices we make and what we choose to spend our time doing in our life, and also what we choose to support in this life. We're going to be growing very fast in the coming months, and I'm going to be rolling out a program here in the coming week or so where I'm really going to be asking for y'all guys to place your brick in the foundation of the Supernatural Show Network to help support what we're going to do. We're not going to attempt to do it. We're going to do it. We're going to grow into a great and powerful, there goes that word again, powerful platform. And we're going to, even though we have to swim upriver against the current, we're going to use it in a way so that the fact that the current is trying to wash us down the river, we're going to rearrange it so it's propelling us up the river. We've got plans, and we've got lots of things coming, new broadcasters coming on the network, new people helping behind the scenes. I haven't been able to get with everybody that's talking to me in the last week, but I will. Everything takes time, but we will be moving forward. Thank you to everybody out there. I love you all, and we'll see you again on Monday, if not sooner. Have the Supernatural Show on Monday. We'll have the Roxy Files on Tuesday, Logic Before Authority on Wednesday, Children of the Most High on Thursday, and the Supernatural Show on Friday again. There will be several other platforms added in the coming weeks that will be part of the Supernatural Show Network. And we also rebroadcast most, if not all, of the shows at different times. Like for Logic Before Authority and Supernatural Show, it's rebroadcast normally at 8 or 9:30, depending on the channel, every night. And we'll be doing that with other things too, and a lot of other strategy that I'm not going to speak out loud until I actually have it nailed down and moving forward. So Good things coming. Good things coming. And I'm so proud to have y'all guys with us. And you are with us. And we are the children of the Most High, just like Shannon says. I love you guys. We'll see you Monday, if not sooner. Bye-bye for now.